So if the baby's down, the head is kind of fits snugly into the pelvis. And so every time you're spinning the pelvis, you're kind of moving the position of the baby. And all of that kind of wiggling helps the baby move down further. So it's like if you have a ring that's very tight, but you can kind of swivel the ring to get it off. The same concept. So any kind of hip circles, pelvic opening, where you're kind of doing this is very helpful. Before labor, if you're trying to get the baby down. During labor, absolutely, and just kind of speeding up the whole process. So let's go to the other side. Is she moving in there?
Yeah, I can feel her. I feel like her whole, like, she's also getting her to feel my bladder.
Alright, we'll stop if you need to.
I think after the last hip circle, I might have to make her run for the potty.
Okay, we can stop.
Okay.
There's just one more of the kind of opening,
Okay.
if you can handle.
Yeah, I think now that I've stopped, I feel like it was like when I was doing it, you know, it was like feeling more like pressure, but now.
Okay.
I can wait a second.
So you can bring your legs out in front of you, kind of shake them out a little bit. And we just want to, I know you don't have a lot of swelling, but if you did have swelling, this is very helpful to kind of take the wrists and the ankles and go forward and back and point and flex. And if it's a little bit tight or uncomfortable on your knees, you can bend your knees up a little bit and be on your heels, or you can have your knees flat.
Okay. This is okay.
Yeah, if it's comfortable for your knees, it's fine. And so this is just kind of moving the fluids around in these joints where things can get stagnant, and you can circle them. You can do this sitting in a chair at work, you can do this in your bed, make sure you go the other direction. And already I'm feeling like some heat in my wrists, I don't know if you're feeling it.
I feel it in my ankles more
Okay.
than my wrists.
Great. So that's kind of a warm-up of the body, just to get the muscles a little bit looser and the synovial fluid moving so that we can go into some deeper poses. So next we're gonna go into hands and knees and do some more hip work and also some balancing work. So Justin, come up onto your hands and knees. Just kind of walk you through it. Okay, so like I said before, we're not going to arch the back at all because we don't want to put extra strain on her back. But I do want you to feel a sense of lengthening across the spine. Beautiful. So you just open up your shoulders, and if you can breathe into my hands right here, just breathe, yeah. So the breath kind of puffs up back into your adrenals and your kidneys. Beautiful. So you have this straight spine on the inhale, and then exhale and round your back. So you can lift back into my hand and round your back up. Yeah, great. And then again, match with your breath and just lengthen out. Yeah, lift up through here. And then you can round. So you just want to alternate going back between lengthening that spine and then rounding the back. And this is just a modification for cat-cow pose. We're not really doing cow pose, just cat, and then lengthening the spine. Do a couple more of those with your breath. Great job. How are you feeling?
Good.
So then, pressing deeply into your palms, I'm going to have you lift up your left arm. Okay? Okay. Yeah. And then I'm going to have you lift your right leg up. So this is a balancing, yeah.
Okay. Move that forward.
Bring forward a little bit.
Okay.
You can go slowly. And just.
These are the same things that they have you do for MS, for physical therapy.
Is this?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, you can come back down. Yeah, so these balancing poses are good for the hormones. You can do the opposite side.
And whenever I have trouble with my gait, walking, or anything like that, I do these same things in physical therapy.
See if you can take a breath there. Beautiful.
Hands on that side is not so good. This side is much stronger. Maybe not.
Great. Great. So to kind of relieve the pressure from that exercise, which is great, you can sway your hips back and forth.
This way?
So we're going to get back into those hip circles again. They'll keep popping up. You can actually make circles with your hips too from your position. This is also similar to the pelvic rocking, which you'll see a lot in like childbirth classes, where you're just, again, moving your pelvis so that the baby's head can kind of continue to move and swivel into the right position. And the baby continues to swivel into position throughout labor. So you want to keep doing this as much as possible throughout your labor. You can lay on the hospital bed and do this. You can do this at home before you get to the hospital. You can lean over you can stand next to the hospital bed and kind of lean onto the hospital bed doing this. So many different variations. Okay, so change directions. And how are you feeling in your hips?
Good.
Still on your body?
No, actually this way is more comfortable. I can't feel her actually this way. Just sitting, I felt like I could feel her whole body kind of moving around in there.
So you can sit back on your heels and go into a child's pose with your knees wide. Is there space for her? Bring your hands forward. Yeah,
And like,
and you can,
that's like as far as I can go.
that's perfect. And I'll put a block right here.
Okay.
And you can put your two fists on top of each other onto that block. Yeah, and then you can see if you can get down to your head.
Okay.
There you go. Perfect. And again, lengthening the spine and opening the shoulder. It's perfect. So your posture can get a little funky when you're carrying a lot of weight on one side and not the other. So you want to just make sure that you have lots of opportunities to lengthen the spine, work out any kinks that might have been there. And so just take a few deep breaths here. One more deep breath. Good. When you're ready to come up.
So relaxing. It's so relaxing.
And that two fists can also be helpful. The yogis will say that it's stimulating your third eye, but it's just a really nice kind of spot to even rub a little bit. You can also do this in the hospital bed and just kind of lay there and rub anywhere. Give yourself a little face massage. And the jaw is connected to the pelvis, they say. So if your Ina May Gaskin, who's like the mother of all kind of natural birthers, right? She'll say there's a sphincter in the throat and there's a sphincter in your pelvis. And so one cannot be open without the other. So if you're opening your throat and your jaw's relaxed, likely you're relaxed down here, which means dilation can happen. So, well done.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do lunges. So you're going to come into a position like this. Maybe your right foot can come forward.
Okay.
And you're gonna be like this.
Okay.
And the blocks can support you. Okay, so yeah, bring maybe your right foot.
I need these every time I get up off the floor. Like really actually
helpful.
it is helpful.
Perfect.
Please? Okay.
Yeah, and you can actually put your left knee down. Yeah, great. Is your knee okay, or do you want a blanket underneath it?
Oh, it's fine, yeah.
Okay. So then you're gonna do a lunge forward, so that you feel the stretch along this part. And then you're gonna come back and round the back again. So round up here, and then feel that stretch. Straighten this leg. Okay. That's fine. You don't have to stretch it. Come back forward. Come back side forward.
This one's much easier.
This is easier.
Inwards easier.
So go with what your body feels.
Okay.
Yeah. And the important thing is just kind of taking a break and rounding the back. And come forward. And take a deep inhale. And exhale it back. As far as you can, don't push it.